There's nothing more interesting than learning about yourself or having that opportunity to have your mind focused on your inner you, rather than reflecting an image that people expect of you.
Your dad introduced you, Spud, introduced you, or maybe just vicariously, I guess you had no choice, to the world of motorcycling. I guess you were going to be a motorcycle rider whether you liked it or not.
As far back as I can remember in the shop, because he was the local barber and mechanic overhauling cars, motorcycles. I was, even preschool, I was washing parts in barrels of Bendix cleaner on top of a stove.
Wow.
I smelled so high when I went to school, people knew where I walked, they could smell me. Some pretty amazing. I toured with Big Daddy Rat and Arlen Ness with this bike I built in the garage called Medieval. And
where's that bike today?
I had an art gallery downtown. After I retired from Imperial Oil in 2001. I was project manager, and I used to park my shovel head. I'd take it up the elevator at Esso Plaza, and I had a big office with all the as-built drawings in it. And I used to park my shovel head in my office, up the freight elevator, and the president of Imperial Oil and the guy at Exxon even, who was Brandon, who was a guy who worked for Trump at one time, later. But they'd come into my office and we'd talk motorcycles. You know this saying, you got to be careful what you think about?
Yeah.
If you're really passionate and think about something, chances are it'll happen. And I'm a firm believer in that.
What about this book really makes you say, man, I am so glad I did this?
Well, it's sharing it. Here's a couple of stories. My son, who's a graphic artist who did all these 7.6 illustrations. He built all these images based on the characters that he knew, because he rode with us. We were third generation. Chad rode with me when he was 14. I got him a shovelhead bike. I taught him to ride the bike. We were going to go 2 weeks before we went to Sturgis with the crew.
Well, hang on. He's 14 years old.
Yeah.
He's on a shovelhead.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a license.
Yeah. Well,
come on, Pops.
It was a gray area.
How was it gray?
I thought you were into bikes, not hot rods. What the heck?
Oh, I built quite a few hot rods in this garage. I built a California Kid in this garage. I built all kinds of cars that became fairly famous. This is called Low Roller for obvious reasons.
This book itself, when someone picks it up and starts flipping through the pages, what will they discover?
They'll discover some surprising stuff in there.
This is a trilogy. This is book number 1 of 3, correct?
Yeah. This one's called Looking for Bad and Finding Ugly Good. Because not all good is ugly. We rode hundreds of miles, thousands of miles. And
some great memories, eh?
Just thundering through, just living for the adventure and the stuff that happened. And the reason you asked me about why I wrote the bike, or the book rather, I just wanted to capture those stories to share them with people, but also to have a touchstone for people to understand what there's the hard-ass stories of everything you hear that is promoted around these things, but behind that there's caring people with big hearts, and they stand up for what they believe in.